Good morning. Today is Wednesday. Here at the City Fam offices, just got into the office, got done my workout, and had some stuff on my mind. Wanted to make a quick video and share. So I heard a good talk yesterday. I listened to a guy pretty regularly by the name of Gary Vaynerchuk, and really smart guy, very motivating, and he was talking about Toys R Us, and he was talking about the closing of Toys R Us and how they went bankrupt and shut. And one of the things he talked about, he ended the video with saying innovate or die, and it really got me thinking a lot about City Fam and what we're doing here, and just the journey that we've been through. And I wanted to share some thoughts regarding it. So for those of you that haven't seen, I'm going to go ahead and draw this out the way that I view the organization. So basically, to me, the way it looks is this, if this was a ladder, and at the very top of the ladder is fulfillment. It's you becoming the best version of yourself, right? Now, everybody wants to be in that place. Everybody wants to become the best version of themselves. What we believe is that you don't do it without this, community. You just won't get there by yourself. You need a cheering section. You need a support group. You need people to come around you to inspire you, encourage you, and support you. If you don't have that, you'll give up. You'll get discouraged, depressed. You'll get sidelined by some temptation or distraction, but you just won't make it without a group of people. I went to boot camp this morning. I say this often. I got up at 4:30 in the morning, and I was at sucking wind at 5:45 at boot camp. The only thing that makes it easier for me to do that is knowing that I'm going to be surrounded by my friends while I'm there. So community helps you push through the hard things when you have that support. So the thing is, though, about community is, this is the mistake that most people make. Well, first off, let's define healthy community. In my mind, healthy community is anyone or any organization that inspires you to be the best version of yourself, right? Now, it could be a 12-step program. It could be a church. I think City Fam is a healthy, community. But let's just go with the first two. If you look at churches and 12-step groups, they basically do the same thing. They ask people to take this big first step up to their organization, which most people never take. Like, no one goes to AA unless their life falls apart. Like, no one's drinking successfully and go, hey, I'd like to quit drinking. No, it's only after the wheels fall off the wagon. People don't go to church oftentimes until they're in crisis mode, right? So, and if you look at the stats, even with churches, 82% of the population doesn't go. Right? So that's 4 out of 5. And that's in a Christian nation, or a supposedly Christian nation. So 4 out of 5 people aren't going. But churches just think that they got to do it better. And it's like the definition of insanity. So what City Fam has done is we don't ask people to come up and join our community with blindly. Like, hey, come to where we are. We do events. We do social, excuse my handwriting, and we do service. Because we want to give people a chance to come up and just like, hey, let's just have some fun, right? And then if they like it, then we'll take another step and we'll start volunteering together. And then what you'll see is then people, after they build some healthy relationships and they feel different about themselves, they're willing to take that next step. And this is what we're doing. And this is the definition of innovation. It's like, again, back to Toys R Us. They didn't innovate. They probably didn't understand the internet when it first came out. They didn't understand Amazon, that people would buy online one day. So and the reason I bring this up is because we've met with so many people, so many government people, churches, other organizations that had the same heart as we do, and we've gotten so little support from everybody because they don't understand it. But here's the deal. This is innovation. What we're doing is we are the innovation. And by the time those organizations wake up and realize, and they're willing to give us any kind of help, we won't need it. They'll need us. And we'll give it to them. But that's what it is, and that's my best way to describe it. So with that being said, I want to give everybody an update on the donation match. Now on to a happier note. So we did have an outside organization that's near and dear to our heart pledge us up to $2,500 recently. and we've been in a campaign trying to get a match for that, dollar for dollar. And we've had a lot of people step up, and just over the weekend we had several donations, some of them large. And I just wanted to give a shout out to some of the people that have donated or agreed to donate to the cause. So wanted to thank these people. I want to thank Adam Gardner. Thank you, Adam, for believing in us. Thank you, Ashley Anderson. Thank you, Donna Harriman. She made a very generous donation. Thank you, Juan Carlos Rodriguez, for sponsoring our some of our upcoming service events. Thank you, Kimmy Redinger. Thank you, Tangi Allen. Thank you to my mom for giving. She's always one of my biggest supporters. Thank you, Heather Iliff, one of our board members and the president of Maryland Nonprofits. She gave. Thank you, Tina Redmond. Thank you, Patricia Byers. Thank you to Melinda Jarrell. Thank you, Mike Jenkins, Chris Nisley. Thank you to Roy Bond, Walter Rivera. Thank you to Bayer Koch. And thank you to Reverend Al Hathaway. Thank you for believing in us. This puts gas in our tank, and it's going to enable us to do more. We got some exciting stuff. We've known what we wanted to do for a while. We just didn't have money to put gas in the tank, so now this is going to provide some much needed resources. So if you guys want to match your donation dollar for dollar, we're having the campaign run until April 4th, at which time we're cutting it off. But again, I would encourage people to do it, because at the end of the day, we're doing good things, and we're going to continue to do good things. And I don't even position it as a donation anymore. In my mind, it's an opportunity, because at the end of the day, you can't take it, but you can invest it in other people's lives. And this organization is producing change in people's lives, and we're only scratching the surface. We've done everything that we've done over the last 3+ years with no money. Imagine what we could do when we have a little money. Like, no one's gotten paid. Like, all the advertising that you see, all the mission trips, all the volunteer opportunities, everything's been done off of just sweat, right? So when we have a little money, we're gonna help a lot more people. And, you know, I was thinking about, like, if I knew, you know, back when Google launched and I could have bought it for, you know, when they first came out for a couple dollars, knowing the return I would have got, I would have invested in it, you know? And you can't take it with you, but you can send it ahead, and we're going to change a lot of people's lives through this organization. So if you want to give, you can give. cityfam.com, there's a donate button on there, but otherwise we're going to keep working hard, and thanks for your support. Love you guys. See ya.